Hello the cop, please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on every days. Cannot be ruled out, Bayern Munich star linked with a stunning move to Liverpool, Klopp knows his strengths. Joshua Kimmich of Bayern Munich is drawing interest from several elite teams, so it's not out of the question that he could leave. Journalist Christian Falk has reported that Thomas Tuchel, the manager of Bayern Munich, has questioned the player's suitability as a number 6. Falk asserts that Barcelona is very interested in signing the youngster, and Pep Guardiola, who brought him up through the ranks at Bayern Munich, is a major admirer of the guy. He continues by saying that Jurgen Klopp is aware of his strengths and is also considering him for the position at Liverpool. In the daily briefing fact files, Christian Falk wrote, "The possibility that Kimmich and FC Bayern split up cannot be ruled out. His contract expires in 2025 only. Thomas Tuchel has questioned the player, just like Nagelsmann. Kimmich is not viewed as a holding 6 by any coach. FC Barcelona is considering Kimmich extremely seriously. A few Premier League clubs will have a look at him if he goes on the market in the summer of next year." Having first discovered and elevated Kimmich at Munich, Pep Guardiola is regarded as a huge fan of the player. Due to his ability to play multiple positions, Kimmich's versatility is valued by the City coach. However, Kimmich's strengths are also known to Jurgen Klopp, which would be advantageous for Liverpool FC. Kimmich's poker game might open up shortly. Wataru Endo, Ryan Gravenberch, Alexis Mac Allister, Dominic Szoboszlai, and Ryan Gravenberch were the additions to Liverpool's midfield makeover in the summer. They have contributed to their fantastic start to the season by making an immediate impression and demonstrating that they are far superior to players like James Milner and Jordan Henderson. Nevertheless, since they sent Fabinho to Saudi Arabia in the summer, they still require a top-tier defensive midfield player for the squad. Additionally, Kimmich would be a fantastic addition to Liverpool. He is a capable midfielder who can also fill in admirably as Trent's right-back cover. Liverpool has game-changer like Bellingham who can explode for Jurgen Klopp. In a few years, Liverpool will remember the summer of 2023 as a critical one. It seemed from the outset to have been an excellent one. It acquired some crucial components for its future from Dominic Szoboszlai, Alexis Mac Allister, and Ryan Gravenberch. And that was all subsequent to the impossibility of moving for Jude Bellingham. The superstar from Real Madrid was long-term ambition, but it was clear last season that major overhauls were required, and the transfer focus had to be on building an entirely new midfield at Anfield. That meant that even though he could have chosen Real Madrid nevertheless, a generational talent was going to be lost. If things were different, Bellingham's early months in Spain have managed to find even more levels, which hasn't helped Liverpool's situation at all. Thoughts are now far from Bellingham as Jurgen Klopp's team looks to be moving in the right route and appears to have done enough to indicate that their time in the Europa League will not be long. This is due to the fact that Liverpool will undoubtedly believe it is getting a better bargain. First and foremost, Klopp would not have had the depth he does now if Bellingham had done it alone. He has benefited much from his heavy rotation this season and will continue to do so. But that's not all. It seems increasingly likely that Liverpool did not have to give up the star boy aspect, even though they were unable to see Bellingham. Ryan Gravenberch has not yet found it easy to get starts, which is a testament to Klopp's rebuild's overall efficacy. But each week that goes by, he seems more and more unique as he gets his bearings. The club will be thrilled with his performance in spurts, particularly considering how his development had stagnated at Bayern Munich for a full year, but it won't come as a huge surprise. After all, he had been identified, along with Bellingham and Aurelien Tchouameni, as a possible game-changer in the summer of 2022, according to Melissa Reddy. It's obvious that Gravenberch is not yet comparable to Bellingham. However, it is clear why Liverpool thought he had a similarly high potential because, despite playing very little football the previous year, the player is beginning to establish himself as a true force on the field. With impressive performances against Everton, Manchester City, and numerous other teams, Gravenberch have the uncanny ability to make football look simple. With the lightest of touches, he may eliminate opponents from the game because of his exquisite delicacy when receiving the ball. He drives the side forward after he's looking the proper direction. He also has the ability to score goals at the end. Put differently, he has the potential to be the whole thing, just as Bellingham currently is. It appears that Liverpool will eventually need to utilize his skills to the same extent as Real Madrid has with Bellingham. The two might even be discussed in a comparable bracket at that point. Jurgen Klopp and Ben Doak are aware of Mohamed Salah's biggest quality since Liverpool has its own Thanos. Even if that doesn't quite work out, Liverpool paid $41 million, £34 million/Euro 39 million, for this man. That's almost $98 million less than Real Madrid paid for the former Birmingham player. Seizing an asset that is undervalued, Liverpool has truly returned to Moneyball. This transfer already appears to be paying off handsomely in the long run. After all, the team has finally found its game changer. In fact, with Szoboszlai joining the fold, it may have acquired two for less money than Bellingham. Jurgen Klopp calls on Liverpool forwards to share workload in grueling schedule. As Liverpool is ready to play a demanding 9 games in 29 days, manager Jurgen Klopp has instructed his strikers to split the burden. On Sunday, Liverpool will play home to Fulham in the Premier League. They will then go to play Sheffield United and Crystal Palace on the road before playing Union Saint-Gilloise in their last Europa League group match. After that, Klopp's team will play Burnley, West Ham United, Arsenal, and Manchester United in the EFL Cup quarter-finals, all before playing Newcastle United on New Year's Day. Due to Diogo Jota's injury, Klopp stated that the remaining Liverpool strikers would split the playing time. For all the teams, this is the most intense period in world football coming up, Klopp told reporters on Friday. They will all play, then. Diogo's absence already makes things difficult, and we now have to divide up these minutes among other players. They must give it their all, not only at 90, but at 60, 70, and even more. Other important players, such as left-back Andy Robertson and goalkeeper Alisson, were injured, so Klopp wasn't sure if he would be able to change his team regularly. He responded, "It depends on the players we have available. We observe it, take what we learn, and proceed accordingly." In their 4-0 Europa League victory at home against Austrian team LASK on Thursday, Cody Gakpo made a comeback to the starting lineup. The Dutchman will challenge Darwin Núñez for the central hitting position. Darwin is having a great time and is very important to us, so Klopp said it had nothing to do with the fact that he didn't start against LASK. Now, that's amazing, Kobe scored twice. Does that imply that he must play every game for the following 5? It's not about that, and Cody doesn't anticipate it, because other players score as well. It's not that I'm having sleepless nights and don't know where to begin, rather, it's just that they have to score. It's their job and what they desire. To be honest, it's not really that much of a decision. Hello the Cop. Please subscribe my channel for follow Liverpool Football Club news on everydays.